is a symbol of creation. It is the life bringer. Without your physical sun, there could not be physical life. So it makes logical sense. But equally, you could take that further and say, without a spiritual sun, there could not be spiritual life. So that link is there. And that spiritual sun brings the energy of the Spirit to help you. This is only symbolic, of course. But that makes sense to you and to us to understand that link between creation on the spiritual plane and creation on the earth plane. Because the great universe we talk about, is expanding. New planets are being created all the time in the physical universe. But as that universe expands and grows, so the spiritual universe expands and grows. We talk about continuous eternal development. So one day we could learn everything. This is not true, because as things grow and expand, knowledge grows and expands. The amount of knowledge you can gain grows and expands, which is why when you come to your circles, you're given information, you're given guidance, you're given information, you're given power. But every answer that you are given creates another dozen questions. So your quest for knowledge, your thirst for knowledge continues and grows. Each of us on the spiritual plane are working with the earth plane to try and help each of you in your spiritual growth. We are aware of the hardships, the troubles in your world, but you know that being on a spiritual journey is always a harder journey, because you have set out deliberately on a journey through this life to maximize your learning, to maximize your spiritual growth. So when you return to the spirit realms, you are advanced as far as possible to work your way up that ladder of development, to get closer to masterhood. Because each and every person on a spiritual pathway is aiming to achieve at some point masterhood. Some of you work with masters already, others do not. But each of you has access to them. But again, we have said before that you have to, on your spiritual development, go up the ladder, take yourself and raise your energy levels to the next level, to work with the higher level of souls who can work with you. When you work with the masters, you will know that you are gaining close to masterhood yourself, because you have to have that level of understanding, that level of knowledge, that level of raising your energy to work with them. If you are working directly with the masters, your next stage of development is to achieve masterhood yourself. But you have heard many things this evening about how you achieve that, about having your tolerance and understanding and forgiveness within the earth plane. Because your journey is a journey of bringing love into the world, of bringing light into the world, and trying to push back the darkness in the world. Each of you radiates light into this world at a higher and higher level each time you work, because your energy levels improve each time you work with us. But between us, our role, working with spirit and those on the earth plane able to generate enough light, is to suppress the darkness in the world. And when we suppress the darkness in the world, we can bring an end to war. We can bring an end to poverty. But that can only happen when more and more people within this world become spiritually aware, where they achieve that light bulb movement, where they understand what the energies are around them, where they they're coming from, what they mean, and what it can do to help them on their future journey in this life, both physically and spiritually. So there are many, many things to learn. There is much and much knowledge. We have worked throughout history and many times in history to bring this light into the world. And many times it has succeeded for a short time and has been suppressed by mankind's urges to go towards trinkets, towards gold, towards materialism. But in the future, we are hoping that we can reverse this trend and maintain that period of light in this world to change it forever. That this world can go into the future to a spiritual understanding, a spiritual knowledge, where it has become less of a hard school and a place of happiness for the majority of mankind. Yes, the speed of learning will be slower, but it is time for mankind to take that step forward now and understand that there is more to life than materialism, that great light of the Spirit is around each. That love that comes from the Spirit that each of you feel will help to feel that around everyone that walks this planet. And we know that in the future these days will come. So we ask you please to continue on your journey, focus on your journey, work with your guides and inspirers, raise your levels of energy to progress your own spiritual development. But as you do so, please, we ask also you continue to send that light into the world so that you and your colleagues can all bring healing to this world and try to force out the darkness in people's hearts and in their countries they live in, that we can actually make this place back, or turn this place back to what it was intended to be at its creation. We wish you well on your journeys. Bless you all and thank you for listening to us.
Thank you.
Not got a clue.
I thought it was like Chinese.
It looked like Chinese, but you could see
Yeah,
see
okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I got, sort of, that
and then
image.
it come in like an emperor, sort of like almost like a ruler, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good summary
Yeah, with everything
of everything really,
spoken
about what you should be looking at. If you want to just do this, then once you've done that to the next stage, you've got to, if you want to get to work for masters, that's one stage. And if you are working for masters, then there's another stage, and there's another stage.
Oh, there is, yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, I mean, even when you get to working with the masters are all souls up all the earth.
Mm.
You can go past them and start working with the ones that were intergalactically was the word that came to mind, but working with those that look after other planets. And the angels, of course.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So when people say they don't believe in aliens, but they believe in angels.
Exactly.
Well, what's to say there isn't life? So, who's to say there isn't? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
Life elsewhere.
Of course there's life outside.
Yeah.
I think the thing is to progress, whether